Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new to my channel. I'm Shelly and I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay, and you can find all of my stores as well as my Instagram under ShellBellePosh. I will also have those linked down in the description box in case you want to follow me on any of those places or check out any of my stores. Today's video is going to be some tips and tricks for shopping the Tjmaxx and Marshall's yellow tag sale. So I do have a decent amount of footage of actually me shopping in store at the stores. I went to both Tjmaxx and Marshall's, and I actually went twice, a week in between. So I will kind of let you know for the first clips, it will all be the first week that I went, and then I will let you know like when I switch over to the second time I went, which was about a week apart. I want to say it might have been like 8 days actually, and kind of let you know and like what I'm seeing and things like that. So we're going to do that first, and then we're going to come back here. I'm going to show you the couple items that I ended up picking up for my stores, and then also some tricks and like tips I have to kind of make the yellow tag sale work for you the best that it can and things like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut to the shopping footage and then we'll be right back.
So starting off, this is the first trip that I took. This is at Marshall's, and there was this whole rack of sweaters, and they were the brands like Theory, Vent, 360 Cashmere. So really nice items. They were like cashmere and like wool sweaters, but prices were a little bit high, and as you can see, there are a ton of these. So that shows me that this is probably going to be an oversaturated piece, so I did not end up grabbing any of those. I did see this beautiful Farm Rio coat, and I did see another one at another store, so I didn't end up picking this up. Here's a Brahmin wallet that I did look up, but with the price and how many were listed, I did end up passing on that. And then I did grab a couple items for myself that were sale items that I normally use, so it is nice to find them for myself. And then here is some dresses. I saw this really pretty Free People dress. I thought it was cute, but a lot of the tags the first time I went were still red tags. So, it is not the cheapest price that it will be. So you do kind of want to maybe wait a little bit. And there's a ton of House of Harlow. I know that used to be a Revolve brand, and I think it still is, but it is now kind of a Tjmaxx and Marshall's brand. This Misa dress, I actually did pick one of these up, but not at this store and not for that price and not in that colorway. So you will see that later in the video, but I'm just showing you some of the brands and items here as well as the prices. As you can see, mostly red tags in this store. And then I'm also going through some of the sweaters, and there's just a lot of duplicates, so you do want to be cautious of that. A ton of this 360 cashmere, tons of those sweaters, and there was this ATM blouse I actually thought about maybe getting for myself, but I ended up not grabbing it. But that's actually not a horrible price for that brand. Yeah, more 360 cashmere, lots of that. So if you're looking for yourself for a nice cashmere sweater, maybe go check out these sales and grab one of those for yourself. But yeah, as you can see, still a decent amount of red tags here. Most of the yellow tags were on brands that are more like Tjmaxx, Marshall's brands, and this Zadig and Voltaire, there was a lot of these sweaters, but I do really like selling that brand. Here's a Theory piece that actually was marked to yellow tag. This is now at the Tjmaxx the first day, and this dress is flawed and a little bit too expensive to pick up. Jason Wu, that's also, this tag in particular is sold at Tjmaxx and Marshall's now, so keep an eye out for that. Lots of House of Harlow and tons of duplicates because it is a brand that they sell there regularly, so it's kind of part of their typical line. This is a Young Fabulous in Broke piece, but for that price, I don't know, I just skipped it. And another Young Fabulous in Broke, which is also kind of a brand sold a lot now at Tjmaxx and Marshall's. This was a decent brand, but with that price, I just decided to not even look up comps. I am looking for kind of the one-off items that are not priced horribly, and I still am able to make a good amount of money on, because sometimes the items aren't even new with tags. Sometimes the tags won't be on them anymore if they were a return or something. So you do want to keep an eye out for that, because it might not be an item that is going to bring you a ton of return, even if it's a really great piece. This Vince dress was so beautiful, but again, it was like $70, so I did not look up comps. This Escada dress, I actually was thinking about it for maybe the real, but I didn't show all the flaws on here, but it was very flawed. So I think it was just like a return. It had like a lot of, not holes, but just a lot of issues. So I did skip on that. This is a great brand to look out for, G4. These were a little bit too pricey. These are a men's golf pant. They also sell women's, though. Have sold women's in the past. A little too pricey for me. And then here is an example of some oversaturated pieces that you will see. So those Veronica Beard clogs I see a lot of, and I will show you them. And just some other higher priced items that are nice pieces, but just for the price, I'm not picking them up. And yeah, leaving them behind. Some Doc Martens. I thought these were really cute little cat shoes. But yeah, some of the shoes that were there, these were a cool piece, but a little too pricey for me. So yeah, here are some more shoes, and that is a pair of Gentle Soles, which I do like picking up, but I did pass on those due to price. So I'm going to show you now the multiple pairs of this Veronica Beard clog, and this was just in this clip. There was lots more, probably at least 5 more. This pair of sandals I thought were adorable. They are Farm Rio, but with the price, I didn't end up looking them up, so maybe it was a bad decision on my part, but I did leave those behind. This is a leather Coach jacket, and I think this could have been an okay find, but I did not look it up. I just didn't really want to invest that much money into it. I would rather spend almost $200 on a bunch of different items. That's just me personally, but I think you could find some good items in the higher price categories. And this is a cute Love Shack fancy skirt, but again, it was still a red tag. So this is still at the Tjmaxx. These are a pair of rag and bone pants, and I actually was thinking about grabbing these. So you see, I do grab them to put in my cart because I've sold a pair of pants similar to this before. And then they immediately went back because they do have some flaws that I will show you in just a second. Right here, I might have been able to get it out, but it actually had the original price tag on it, so I didn't want to like wash it or anything. So I did skip on that. This pair of not rag and bone, this pair of redone pants was a pretty good price. I did look up comps on these, but it was a size 23, so I ended up leaving that behind. And then this Veronica Beard blouse, I do talk about a little bit later of why I don't pick it up. So it was not a bad price though. It was only $10, but I do see multiple of them at this store, so that is something that I end up not grabbing. Some nice frame pieces, but frame doesn't do super well for me. Even the denim doesn't do amazing anymore, so yeah, pass on that. More 360 cashmere even at Tjmaxx. This I wish was a lot cheaper because I definitely love picking up this brand, Brunello Cucinelli or something like that. I usually send it into the Real, and I usually get a lot of payout for that brand, so yeah. Ellie Tahari, I saw a lot of that. More 360 cashmere, Theory. These are just kind of some brands that I see a lot of at Tjmaxx, and I just want to show you some of the prices and brands that I am seeing. This I think was a rag and bone sweater. I don't think I showed you the tag, but it was $99, so I wasn't going to grab it anyway. And this was a really pretty blazer from Tibby. And then this, I did look up comps, and I did put them in my cart, but they were also a 23, so I ended up passing in the long run. And now I'm going to be at the next trip the next week, and I do see this great jacket, but there's 2 of them, which means there's probably a lot already listed on Poshmark, and they were a little bit higher, so I passed. And then I'm going to be showing you a couple other items that I pass on that I did actually put in my cart. The first one being a G4 men's like zip up, and the price wasn't bad, but I did see some already listed on Posh in the exact same size, so that's why I passed. And then also this next item, a Lily Pulitzer dress, and it was actually priced pretty low. It was only $13, but I passed on it because I did see multiple listed in this size on Poshmark. Even though it was lower, it's just, you know, with other being listed in the same size and everything, people have more options to grab that. So I decided to leave it behind for those reasons. And then this last piece was a really substantial, long, like maxi length coat. It's like a duster coat from Free People. It was We the Free. And I looked this up and comps look decent, but again, there was a lot listed. So with the price point, I just would rather put that money into something else. Now you can see the items that I did grab.
Okay, so like I said, I do have a few items. I guess it's just 2 items that I picked up to sell, and I will show you those really quickly. And yeah, because it's just 2 items. It's not many things, but I will show you them and I will let you know how much I paid. And yeah, so this first item is the brand Bowden, which I love selling, and these are a straight leg pant. They are the boyfriend jeans, and these do have like all of the like original tags on here and everything. So I decided to give these a go. They're a size 29, and straight leg being more popular. Bowden, I really like selling Bowden. I think I've only sold a pair of jeans once from Bowden, and they were kind of an older style, but they still sold for me. So I wanted to grab these, try them out. These were $16, so a little bit pricier, but I did want to grab them and try them out because, like I said, Bowden sells well for me. So, and then this other piece I grabbed is the brand Misa Los Angeles, and this again has like the original tag on it, which I think is definitely a tip when shopping the yellow tag sale. And just retail arbitrage in general is to get items that actually do have the new with tag item, because you can't really say an item's new with tag if you don't have that tag, and you don't know for sure if it's like new without tag because maybe it was a return or something at a certain place. So this is a size large, and this is a dress, and I did double check that this does not supposed to have a like liner or anything. It is kind of a sheer dress, but it's very pretty. It's kind of like a paisley print, actually. Kind of is a fun like pink paisley print. It has some ruching on the waistline and the sleeves. So I picked this up. I've only sold this brand once, but it did do pretty well for me, and it was an item that was flawed. So I did pick this item up. This is called the Almaha dress in muted paisley. I have it listed already for $150, and I am going to show you. Let me do a screen record really quick. So I'm going to show you why I decided to pick this dress up. So I'm going to go on to Poshmark and search the brand, and then I'm going to type in the name of the style, and this one is a large, so I'm going to say to take it off my sizes, and this is actually my listing right here, but I'm going to scroll down here and you will see there's not many listed in this style dress, and actually none listed in the size that I found in the colorway that I found. So that is the reason why I decided to pick this up. It does not have a lot listed, and I'm going to take you to some solds, and some are a little bit lower, but some are, yeah, really good prices, and that is all the solds actually. So not a ton listed on here, and not even a ton sold. So for me, that kind of shows you that it's not an oversaturated piece. There's not a ton of them that are being listed from people picking them up at the sale. So I did decide to go ahead and pick that up. It was $25 if I did not say, and we'll see how that does. I am excited to find that brand. I have only found it once, like I said. So yeah, those are the 2 pieces that I personally picked up for my stores to list. So now I'm just going to give you a couple tips with my experience with shopping the yellow tag sale, and yeah, just kind of let you know a couple tips that I would recommend. So the first one being to check every single item that you want to pick up, to check how many are listed on Poshmark, or if Poshmark's not like your main site, check eBay or whatever. to just make sure there's not a ton listed on there, because if there's a ton listed, you are going to have to do like maybe two different things. So you could either see what everyone else is pricing their item at, and then you could list it lower, so maybe hoping for a little bit of a quicker sale, or someone who sees other items and then searches out for more of them and find your listing with a cheaper price, and maybe they will buy your listing. Or you might have to hold out a little bit longer for a sale if you list on the higher end, closer to like maybe what other people are listing that item for, and you might either be waiting a while for that sale, or even waiting until most of the other items of that piece have sold on Poshmark or wherever else, and then finally yours is one of the last items, and then maybe it will sell. So just always double check that you're not buying something that is super oversaturated, unless you're okay with waiting a little bit longer, or maybe trying to get it to move a little bit quicker by pricing a little lower. And it's also going to depend on how much that item is. One item that I saw, it was a Veronica beard blouse, and there were 2 of them at the store location that I was at. But I just want to show you a little bit like how many are on Poshmark. There was a ton on Poshmark. And luckily that tag did like say what the item was, so I was very easily able to find the listing. And some of the sale prices were decent, some were a little bit lower, but when there's so many listed, it's going to take a long time for that item to sell. So if it were me, I would save that money and invest it into something else that either from the sale, or just normal thrifting, or wherever else you thrift, or find items to sell for your stores. Just personally, that's kind of a tip for me. And then another tip I have is if there's more than one item at your store of something, I would also leave that behind, because that tells me that there is probably a lot listed again. So there was a lot of like Zadig and Voltaire like sweaters at the location, one of the locations that I went to, and there was like so many of them, and they're all the exact same style. So I didn't even bother looking that up, because I knew if I went on Poshmark or wherever, there's going to be a ton of them. And yeah, so that is another tip. And maybe before even looking something up, you can kind of put that item in your cart if you see something that you're interested in, and then keep going through looking at the sale items. And if you start seeing another one and another one and another one, I would definitely not pick that item up unless it was like maybe $1. So that's another tip for you. For me, the items that I'm looking for is items that are kind of one-off items. Maybe they were returns, maybe they, I don't know, just one like a single item. There's no other in the store. And those are the kind of items that I will typically grab to put in my cart and look up. And a lot of times they usually are good items that I will grab. So yeah, I do check comps on every single item I'm picking up from a sale like this, just because typically it is a higher price that I'm spending at a thrift store. So I do want to make sure I'm investing that money wisely, and I'm not just like buying a bunch of stuff that is not going to sell for me. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, and just kind of look for those one-off items and check them out, look up the comps, make sure that you're making a smart business decision for yourself and everything like that. So yeah, that's everything that I grabbed from this yellow tag sale. Like I said, it was only 2 items for me, but I think that's okay. I think it is important just to make sure that you are doing the best you can for your business and, making wise decisions. So those are the 2 items I grabbed. I did, like I said, in the, not thrift with me, I guess it's just like a shop with me, since it is a Tjmaxx retail store. But in the shop with me, I did grab a couple items for myself that I had found that were on sale that are items I use. So that was kind of exciting. Maybe some of these items are good for yourself or, friends, family, and things like that. So definitely check it out. See if you can find some good things to sell or for yourself. And let me know if you went to any of the sales and the best item that you picked up or that you found. So yeah, let me know about that. And I may go back, I don't know, in a week or maybe another 2 weeks and see if they are lowering items, adding new items in, or anything like that. If I do end up doing that, I will bring you along, maybe just to kind of give you a little update, but I'm not sure if I would do that yet or not, so we will see. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe if you are not already, and like the video to let me know that you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!